all, and welcome to the latest Craftmania Sunday Showcase. Sorry I've missed you for the last couple of weeks, but I'm glad to report I'm feeling a lot better. So I'm back again with you today, and I've got a brand new collection of products to share with you. We're going to be looking at a mega bundle of Christmas products. Now the good news is you can buy these individually if you wish to, or of course because this is a Sunday Showcase we have a great offer for you as well. But we'll talk a little bit about that after I've shown you all the goodies. So we'll start off at this end. We have a really nice delicate Christmas tree. That one's available for $8.99 if you do wish to buy it separately. It's a really lovely one, this one, really nice and intricately cut. Before moving on, we're going to look at your next one, which is a really ornate frame. Now this is one of the larger size dies. It's only $15.99. Now although I'm telling you this is a Christmas collection, this could be used all year long really. It hasn't got any hidden Christmas bits in it. There's no stars or trees or snowflakes hidden in there. It is just a really nice ornate design that I really think could look nice for weddings as well. But to be honest, could be used for just about any occasion. It's beautiful and really a lovely die that I think you're going to really want for your stash. Moving on, we have a reindeer with little baubles hanging off of its antlers, which is really, really cute, and it has some really nice flourishy swirls at the bottom of it. This one's $8.99. And then moving across, we have a really nice one. Now this is unusual. I've not seen one like this before. It's a foliage die. So with this, you've got 3 different sizes of holly and berries to go with. And then we've got a couple of little foliage bits to add in with it. Now, really good to build up floral displays for your Christmas cards and scrapbook pages with this one. I think you're going to really like that. I've got some lovely examples I'm going to show you of that used shortly. Moving on, we have a really nice set of stamps. Now this is a slightly larger set of stamps than you would possibly expect it to be. It's not quite A4, but it's certainly bigger than the A5 ones. And on here you've got a complete mixture of Christmassy bits. One of my favourite pieces is this scene at the base here. It's this really lovely sort of treescape with a couple of hills in the background and at the front, and then this actual sun or moon, depending on how you wish to colour it, is free from the stamp. So if you don't want to use it, you don't have to, or if you want to move it higher or lower, you can. It's completely up to you. And then around the side we have these nice silhouette stamps to go in front of it as well. I love the fact it's got the little foxes on it. It reminds me of the Christmas advert from last year with the foxes on the trampoline. But of course you've got reindeers and birds and bits, so you can really build up your own little scene down there. We also have this really nice postcard, which I think these poinsettias are just sort of screaming out to be layered and coloured. So much you could do with that one. And then we've got holly and baubles and bells and bits to go with it. The foliage pieces are quite nice because they're all designed to go with the dies. Then these are similar designs to the actual die cuts from the foliage set. So if you wanted to sort of layer it and give yourself a different effect with those, you certainly could. And they've really thought about this, like the little stars, you're getting them in 3 different sizes. And like the snowflakes, if you have a look at those, you've got those, again, 2 designs in 3 different sizes. So you could create some really nice effects with them and build up different scenes and like wreaths and things like that. They remind me of the peg stamps you can get, that style where they're giving you the different sizes and designs. Moving on, we have our poinsettia die. Now this one's $8.99 if you wish to buy it individually. Now the nice bit with this is that it's got really nice embossed details on the sides of it, on the tops of it, sorry, and it cuts really easily. If you watch a lot of my videos, you're going to know I usually have a favourite poinsettia die I bring out at every Christmas video that we do. I actually think this one's going to replace that. It's such a lovely one to work with, cuts like a dream, and just really looks quite lovely. Moving on, we have our Santa's Sleigh Ride Edgeability. Now we often talk about edgeables. That means that there isn't a blade going across the bottom. So when it cuts, that will actually stay on your cardstock. So if you want it to appear from the back of a card fold, you can. Or if you want to make like a tablet with it on, you can. Or of course you can just cut it off after you've cut the die if you wish to. So it's really up to you with these, how you wish to use them. There's so many different techniques you can do with these. They're just great fun to work with. This one's $9.99, which is a complete bargain for such a well-cutting, delicate die like that. Really is a nice one to use. And I'll show you a couple of different ways I've used my one in a little while. On to our last die in today's mega bundle, again available on its own if you wish to just buy this one. This one's $15.99. It's a really nice snowflake design. One of the bits I quite like about it is if you wanted to, you could of course cover the snowflakes with flowers, then you could use it all year round if you wish to, and just use it actually as a sort of more delicate frame. But it is a beautiful Christmas one and perfect for your winter birthdays as well as Christmas. And I actually thought you could probably make some quite nice decorations as well out of this one. So if you are into making your own Christmas decorations, this might be a good die for you to have in your stash. So, as I said, you can purchase all of those individually at the prices we just spoke about. If you did wish to buy them all separately, that would actually cost you £86.97. But of course, this is a Sunday Showcase video, so we do have a very special offer for you. Works out you're going to save over 20% this week if you do wish to buy them. You can buy the complete mega bundle for $59.99. So, as I said, it's over a 20% saving. And a complete bargain for all of that, really. So $59.99 if you want the complete lot. Stock warnings for you. We are very short of stocks on the ornate panel and the snowflake frame. So if you're looking at them and thinking you'd like them, or if you want the mega bundle, get in quickly, because I can't tell you when we'll be having them again. I'm sure they'll come back in stock. It is a new die, but I can't tell you when. So please don't miss out. I hate to keep you waiting for these. If you'd like it, get them held or get them ordered online as soon as you can, and then you're more likely to get your hands on one now. Okay, so let's have a look at a few of the cards I've made with these and hopefully tempt you a little bit more. So we'll start off with this one. This one's using that snowflake frame. Now, as you can see, the cut work on this is really impressive. They're so delicate to work with, and you see these little flourishy bits that are cut out around the side here. I'll talk to you a little bit more about those in a little while. They're really handy to keep hold of. Nothing is wasted with these. Even the little firm pieces that come out of the snowflake fit in quite well with the foliage die, so if you wanted to keep hold of them, you could add them into that as well. Now, behind our actual die cut, I've got another piece of card that I've just inked with chipped sapphire, and the name's gone. How bad is that? I'll come back to that. We'll think on that one. The mind has gone. But chipped sapphire and another blue anyway has made up the night sky. On the top of it, I've stamped a little star, which is this one here, and I've just done that with some metallic gold ink. Hopefully you can see that on there. It's shimmering away, and as I said earlier, you've got the different sizes, so you could build it up as well if you wanted to create more of a filled-in sky effect. Now, in the bottom here, this part is actually from our Christmas edgeable. So that's this die here that we spoke about with Santa on his sleigh. Now, I really like this one because there's quite a lot you can do with this. So I've cut it out on this little display board to show you. This is it just cut out as normal, if you wish to use it like so. Or, if you want to be a little bit crafty, you can cut off the reindeers and the sleigh quite easily. And this hasn't damaged either piece. So if you're thinking I've cut millions of these to get this example board, I haven't. That's just one die, and if you're crafty with it, you can literally cut off the little feet and the little legs so that they're free from the buildings and the treetops, and then that way you're getting sort of two dies out of it for your money. And then in here, as you can possibly see, I've literally just used the right hand side of my edgeable to actually make my little village scene in there. I've remembered my other colour. It's been bugging me. Sorry about that. It was weathered wood. Weathered wood and chipped sapphire to make up the night sky. But of course you could use any shades of blues or purples or anything you wish to. Might give you a different effect if you went for more of a daytime or a nighttime, whatever you prefer really. So yeah, so that's it. That's our little village scene to create that bit. And that's card one done. So we'll move on and show you the next one. Now this one, the moment I see this die, I fell in love with this. This is so me. I love all the intricate sort of ornate work. That really is my cup of tea completely. And from the moment I see it, all I could think of was using it on the top of a box. Got no idea why, but I am a little bit box obsessed. And so that was my sort of first project I wanted to do with this one. So I've just popped it on here, and I've taken all of the different foliage ones, which include the poinsettia one, and I've just layered up this little floral scene in the middle. Now hopefully you can see on here the detail that's on them poinsettias. They're really, really smart and just really lovely to work with. As I say, I think it's now my firm favourite. Then behind that you can see that we've got the large holly and the small holly, a few of the twiggy bits as well that have come off of there, just all built up to make that golden foliage style centre. Now in the inside of this we have a very similar card that matches the box hopefully, and on that one we have the same poinsettias going around the edge, and then again a bit more of the foliage around the sides. Now worth noticing here is the actual panel in the middle. This is the bit that is cut out of the snowflake frame. So when you actually cut that, you're going to get one of these every time as waste as such. Don't throw those away because they fit perfectly either back in them, or if you want to use them on top of the ornate frame, they're a perfect size to go in the centre of these as well. So then you could stamp on them or do whatever it is you wish to go on top. And then that is card 2, so we'll pop that one back over there, get rid of that, we'll move on to our next one. Oh, that's something I didn't tell you, the box itself, the card I've used for this. I have a bit of an obsession with this card at the moment. This is one of our packs of cards, it's our dark champagne, it's 300 GSM, so it's perfect for making boxes. My card blanks are also made out of this, and I've also done some of the die cutting out of this as well, so it's a really good card to work with. In here you get 10 sheets for £1.99, so it's only 20p a sheet, so it's a really cheap pearlescent card. And of course it's double-sided as well, so even better value for money. And really nice for boxes when the inside matches the outside, isn't it? It just continues that sort of luxury feel to them. Pop that out of the way. We'll move on to our third card. So this one is the first time you're really getting to see the majority of the stamps in play. This is just an ordinary oval aperture card, and I've just marked out the middle and then done my stamping in black memento ink. So in here we've got that lovely villagey sort of, not villagey, sorry, snowy tree sort of scene that we've done at the base here, and then I've added in my reindeers over the top of that, and then we've got a couple of the little birdies in the sky. Don't forget, like I said, with the sun or the moon, whatever we wish to call it, you can move that about wherever you want to. It's not joined to the stamp, so as you can see in the packet, it's sort of central between the trees, and I've moved mine off up here. On the top of there we've also got the bells. I've heat embossed the bells in gold embossing powder, and behind it we've got a little bit of the larger holly, and then down the front here we've got the postcard as well. All of those have been embossed, and all of the painting has been done using distress inks, just mixing distress inks with water and using them as a paint, but of course you could colour these in with alcohol markers or whatever you wish to. In the background here I've gone back to that weathered wood to do the distressing around the back. Just to tone in the sort of bluey shades. And then the dies on the front here of course are the poinsettia, and then we've got them foliage ones again. I've just added little bits of glitter to the ends of these just to give them a bit of sparkle, but of course you could add different products to them if you wanted to, like liquid pearls maybe or something like that, glossy accents, or even gems if you prefer, just to give them a little bit of a send off. Oh, obviously the top bit here is off of the edgeable. That is our Father Christmas and our reindeers cut off from that bit. So if you do want to use it just on its own, you certainly can. It's quite a nice size one, that one. So you can just pop it on the top of a card like that. Okay, moving over to this side. Now this I can't remember. I think it reminds me of a bottle of whiskey. I'm not too sure if it's a whiskey that has a reindeer on the front of it or a perfume, I don't know. But it certainly brings me back to something. But I just felt it sort of went with that Scottish sort of tartan style. This is one of our value 12x12s, by the way, if you haven't seen the tartans before. We do them in about 8 different colours, maybe even more than that. They're only 49p a sheet for a 12x12, so it's a proper bargain paper to use, and it's what I've used to decorate all the way around my box. And then on the top here we have that really lovely reindeer with the baubles hanging from it. Now again, I wanted to show you that on a little display board, because this is how it's going to start off in its life as such. You're going to cut it out, and that's how it is. If you're thinking, oh, I don't know about the baubles, or I don't know if I always want the baubles, which was sort of my thought, they're ever so easy to just cut off. You can just remove the baubles and even the swirl at the bottom. You could keep the swirl at the bottom if you wanted to, but if you do want to get rid of it, you can just be left with a reindeer's head on its own, which I thought was quite lovely. Or like on my box, I've cut one with the baubles and then I've just cut one out as just the head and layered it on the top to give it a bit more of a 3D dimension. So really up to you on that one, but I thought that was a really lovely die and quite a bargain as well. That was only £8.99, and we've done a reindeer's head very similar to this actually, just this side of it, for many years at $12.99, so a good little bargain. And I do like the fact it's got the baubles, because if you want it with the baubles then you've got them. It would be a pain to add them, but very easy to take them away. Then inside, I very much run out of time with this set, so please don't judge me, it's very simple. But I just wanted to show you the tree really. This is our tree that we showed you earlier, the $8.99 tree. I've done it on another card, you'll get to see it a little bit more finished off in a moment, but I wanted to show it to you in the gold. So this is just 3 of them stuck together, just folded in the middle, stuck down the middle of it, and layered up. Really nice and easy to do. You could even do sort of 6 of them if you wanted to, turn them into tree decorations or Christmas decorations or something along them lines if you wish to. So there's a lot you could do with that more than I have. Really could do with a few more finishing touches on that, but I just simply ran out of time. Moving on, we have a bit of a white work one going on here. So across the top we have our edgeable again with our reindeers still intact. We've left them on this one. Below that we have that really lovely ornate panel, and again hopefully this time seeing it in white you can see how lovely it would be for weddings as well. So you really could do so much more than just Christmas with this one if you wanted to. This would also be really nice if you remember we did a tissue box a few videos back where we stuck them around all 4 sides, one of the frames we was doing. You could do something very similar with this, or you could possibly do 4 back to back and turn it into like a candle lantern. We've done that before because of all this sort of fretwork effect on it. If you put acetate or parchment behind it, that would look really lovely. Obviously don't use a real candle, don't want to burn your house down, so just use one of the electronic ones that are out and about at the moment, but you could get some really lovely effects with this die if that's your sort of style as well. On the front we have the postcard out of the set of stamps. I really loved that. I thought you'd really like that one too. It's a really nice little stamp. I also like the fact it's got the little dotty bits on it as well, so it sort of has that aged effect and you don't have to worry about trying to create that. That's done for you. Really nice delicate one. And then under that we have the poinsettia. On top of that I should say even, you've got the poinsettia and then the foliage coming around it. Now this is something I did want to talk to you about. These are beautiful. I don't know how well you're going to see these on all of this white, so I've put my dirty finger under them so you can see them. But we've got a couple of these little twiddly bits. These are actually the waste that I was talking about earlier that comes out of all of these twiddles on your dies. And there's several of the dies do this. On the ornate panel you've got them around the sides here. On the actual edgeable one you've got the ones going across the base there, and then on the snowflake frame you're also going to get them out of the sides on this one, so you're going to get lots of different versions. One of the nice bits about them is because you've got them going in 2 different directions, you've got the left side and the right side as such, there's quite a lot you can do with them. I've just stuck them into my foliage here, just padded them in or glue gunned them in just to add in a bit more bulk and a bit more interest around the flowers. But you can make quite nifty borders with them. This was a very quick rush attempt earlier, so it's certainly not wonderful, but it was more just to show you an idea. I'm thinking if you bought the crackers from the last video I did, these would be really nice if you wrap these around the edges of the crackers, this sort of idea maybe, make up your own borders, but there's so much you could do with these. I didn't want to faff about trying to glue these on because they're quite delicate and quite small. Of course there are many products, many ways you can do that if that's what you'd like to do. But I thought I'd explain to you how I've made my very simple border. So all I've done is taken a wide piece of double-sided tape, stuck it down on a piece of white cardstock, taken my very delicate pieces like these, there's just a few of them I've got from earlier, laid them actually on my tape, so that they're in the style that I wanted them to be, and then they're stuck so you don't have to worry about them falling off. And then I've just taken gold glitter and rubbed that over the top, a bit like we did a long time ago, like a few weeks ago, when we did it through masks and stencils and bits using the double-sided sheets. Very similar idea. The glitter will just stick to where the double-sided tape is and it'll all fix in place and you don't have to worry about it being sticky or coming apart. But it gives you a nice use to actually use them pieces that you're left with. And of course you could use all of the different colours, or you could make up your own patterns or borders. They're just so lovely and delicate, I just didn't want to waste them, but you could just call me a hoarder if you wish to. That is my level of hoarding really. But there is nice bits you can do with them if you want to. So as I say, in the flowers or on the border. Okay, moving on to our next card. So we'll go for this one next. Now, I can never do a Sunday showcase without an easel. You've probably picked this up. I have a bit of an easel thing, have a bit of a box thing, a bit of an easel thing. Just got too many things, really. Down the front here, we have the poinsettias again. And this time I have actually gone a bit more traditional. We've gone for the burgundy and the green colour scheme. If you like these colours, we of course sell the card in individual sheets, or you can purchase it in packs. This is our burgundy and our green one. You get 10 sheets in a packet for just £2, available in both stores. We do about 30 different colours in the packs now, but it's a nice way to build up a bit of a stash really for a project like this. Underneath our poinsettias we have the foliage again used, and even the little holly bits as well, and you can even see the little holly berries tucked in underneath them as well to match, which are so cute. I love the way they've done the little detail on them, really nice dies to work with. Then at the top here we have the same snowflake frame, and then in the middle we've stamped the trees again, just going off to one side. And then we have the delicate tree that I showed you on the box a little while ago, in the card that was in the box, this one over here. But this time you're getting to see it in green, and I've just decorated it with a few gems. I was very tempted to glitter it, to be honest, but I sort of stuck it together and put it on the card before I thought about that. So if you wanted to, you could certainly go to town with some quickie glue pens and glitter it up a bit more if you wanted to. At the top here we have that same edgeable. It's just such a lovely addition to every card, isn't it? It's got that such intricate work done on it that it just really fits in. And I love the fact that when you do buy a collection like this, because of all of these swirls are in this and in this, it just ties it together. You can't really go wrong. You know if you're using these components together, it's going to look good because they're all designed by the same person and put together in the same way. So it will just work. Moving on to our last card for today. This time we have that snowflake frame again. This time I've actually done it in white cardstock, and I've used this, which is our ice gold card. It's 300 GSM, same as what I was showing you earlier with the dark champagne. 10 sheets in a packet, only £1.99. Double-sided again, so a really cheap way to buy a pearl card. Great for die cutting, and in this instance, great for distressing on top of as well. I don't know if you're going to pick up the shimmer so well on film, but I've done this again with the same two blues, just to tone in the different effects, just to colour over the top of it and keep that shimmer. And then I've used it to die cut all my foliage again to build up this little display in the corner. Same stamps again from the little village bit. There's the little fox that I was talking about earlier, just stamped on in there. And I've just added a little bit of glitter over the top as well. So that completes all of my cards for today. I hope you, like me, fell in love with this set. It's such a wonderful set to work with. And to be honest, I had so many ideas of cards I wanted to make with it, that if I could have, this video I'd be delayed for months just so I could make everything I wanted to. But hopefully I'll give you a few ideas. And if you've got any questions on any of the bits I've shown you today, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. Of course, you can buy this on our website if you wish to have it posted to you. Obviously, if you do go for the mega bundle at $59.99, you're over into the free P&P bit, so it will be posted to you literally free of charge, and we'll get it dispatched as soon as we can. If you do wish to collect it in the store, please post in the comments on our YouTube page or on our Facebook page with the store you wish to collect from, and we will have it held for you all the way up until 5 PM on Saturday the 29th of July. That of course is the moment that the offer ends as well, so if you do want to take advantage of the $59.99 mega bundle, make sure you've paid for it by 5 PM Saturday 29th of July. Thank you so much for watching today. Look forward to seeing you all next week when we have another new showcase for you. Bye for now.